Hello friends, I hope you're doing well. So I came to Lowe's to pick up some garbage bags and look what's in front of us. I was so surprised because normally I'm outside at the garden center. Anyways, they have fall bulbs that you should plant now in fall that will give you spring blooms. So if you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, check out the inside and see if they have the bulbs on the inside, not in the garden center itself. Yes, I'm so excited about this. Anyway, so I'm going to go through here and share with you what bulbs they have at Lowe's Garden Center. So here we have Crocus. This is a large flowering mix. It says returns year after year, multiple blooms per bulb. And these prefer full sun to partial shade. They bloom early spring. They're hardy from zones 3 to 9 and they will only get 4 to 6 inches tall. These are very cute to put in those containers, or you can even use them if you make a lasagna bulb container, and those will be the ones to go on top because they are the ones that get really short. And they're 10 in the pack for $4.98. And friends, I love that they come in the clear bag so you can actually see the bulbs are good and they're freshly packaged, right? So the bulbs are good here. So go out and get your bulbs and start your fall planting. And also for 7 in a pack for $4.98, they have the white crocus. So it depends on what colors you're looking for. This is just the white. The other one was a combination of white and purple. So these will get 4 to 6 inches tall. Also, they're hardy from zones 3 to 9 and they prefer full sun to partial shade. And they say to plant them at least 3 inches deep. So normally when I plant my bulbs, I go 3 the size of the bulbs. If a bulb is 2 inches, I would plant it 6 inches, especially for tulips. Anyways, let's see what other ones we have here. This one is a pickwick. Look at the color here. It looks like they paint purple with white together. So pretty. And you have 10 bulbs in the pack for $4.98. They will also get 4 to 6 inches tall. They're hardy down to zone 3 to 9. So the instructions and requirements are the same on here. It's just that different color with different prices. And I'm here inspecting the bag, making sure the bulbs are good. And yes, here we have daffodils. I love daffodils, friends. They're a great bulb to have in your garden and they return year after year and they also naturalize in the ground for you. And I've heard they're day resistant. I'm not sure how true that is, but I've heard that anyway. So here's this one, Sempre Avanti, day resistant. There you go. 6 bulbs in the pack for $4.98. And this one is hardy from zones 2 through 10. It will get 14 to 16 inches tall. And it's said to plant 6 inches deep. And it prefers full sun to partial shade. And friends, these are great for cut flowers. So if you're looking for cut flowers in the spring, I love daffodil. I think they're the birth month of March. So if you're born in March, this is your flower. And the cut flower lasts very long in the vase. I would say about 3 weeks. Yes, I change the water maybe every 3 days and the flowers last pretty long. And I love this mix here. Here I'm showing you. Look at these. These are the fancy ones. So these are 30 in the pack for $14.98. Once again, they're day resistant. They're great as cut flowers. And I love this pack. There's so many different types in here. And they prefer full sun to partial shade. Plant 6 inches deep. They're hardy from zones 2 to 10. And these will get 10 to 18 inches tall. And they bloom mid-spring. Yes. And these bulbs are really huge, friends. So I probably might even go 8 inches deep because these bulbs are big. And I love with daffodils, they have been getting new variety now. They're not just a regular plain old daffodil that we all know. As you can see, they've been doing what they're doing there in the lab and making special daffodils for us. Yes. Anyways, moving over here. Here we have this pretty yellow. And look at the center of this one. Dutch Master. Beautiful. 30 bulbs for $14.98. And these will bloom mid-spring. They will get 14 to 16 inches tall. They're hardy from zones 2 to 10. and they prefer full sun to partial shade, and they say plant 6 inches deep. So digging your hole and planting your hole according to the requirement is very important. One, you want to make sure you dig it as deep to deter the squirrels and rodents and all of that. And after you dig the hole, what I do, I take my hand and I press down on the soil, and now it's fall, so leaves are falling. I would just take some leaf and just scatter the leaves over the bulb where I planted it, just to deter the squirrels from. Anyways, so here we have another type here. These will bloom mid-spring, also 14 to 16 inches tall, and they're hardy from zones 2 to 10, and these are the double flowering mix, size 12 to 14 centimeter, and once again they prefer full sun to partial shade. So that's just a technique I use when I'm doing my bulb, because whenever I dig the ground, the squirrels know something was just freshly planted. I just put leaves around it as mulch just to deter the squirrels. That's just a tip for you, friends. Anyway, so here we have this hyacinth. There's 15 in the pack for $14.98. This is the berry collection, friends. I fell in love with this. It's so pretty. It says dairy resistant fragrant flower, and they're hardy from zones 2 to 10. They will get 10 to 12 inches tall. They bloom mid-spring, and they prefer full sun to partial shade, and the depth is 5 inches. So when we purchased this house and we moved into this house, there were hyacinths outside, the purple ones. I remember sitting out there thinking, what is that smell? It was spring, right? And I couldn't figure it out. Then I realized it was the purple hyacinth was smelling, and I didn't like the smell, but I think after years being here, I just got accustomed to the smell. Let me know if the pink ones smell the same as the purple ones. But I'm eyeing this berry mix. It's so pretty. I love the shade of pinks in that mix. So yes, friends, you have a lot of bulbs to choose from here. So get out to the garden center, see what you can find, because as you can see, it looks like they have a smaller portion of these bulbs. I know, like in spring, for spring summer bulbs, they have a ton of them, but this time I noticed it was just a small area, as you saw in the beginning of the video. And I love this daffodil box there. Just love that. Look at the white in there, so pretty. So get out and pick up what you can, and look at your zone, see what zone you're in and when you should start to plant these bulbs. I'm in zone 6B, 7A, so I think my planting will be coming up very soon. So I'll probably start to plant my bulbs maybe late September. So that way you have your bulbs at hand and you don't have to be looking for your bulbs, right? Pretty important, get them before they're gone, because a lot of gardeners out there are thinking just like us, right? Anyway, so these are what I have at a location that's close to my house. So friends, I'm gonna move over and share with you. I went to another location and they had more bulbs than this location. That's why I keep telling you guys to go to different locations and see what you can find. So come with me and let's go to another location and I'll share with you what they have. All right, friends, here we are. We are at a different location here, and they have different bulbs from what the other Lowe's carries. So here we are. So you noticed before there was no tulips, right? So here this one carries tulips. This is a Darwin hybrid red, 30 bulbs for $14.98. Great cut flowers. Darwin brand is really good for cut flowers if you're looking for tulip to cut on. And they will get 20 to 22 inches, and they're hardy from zones 2 to 8, and they bloom mid-spring, and they prefer full sun to partial shade. And look how pretty this is. My neighbor friend up the street, she has red tulips in her garden, and I'm telling you, they're breathtaking. Never thought of red tulips in the garden, but if you see hers, they're beautiful. Anyways, here we have another Darwin hybrid mix, 30 bulbs for $14.98. This one is my favorite combination of colors, and they will get 20 to 22 inches tall and hardy from zones 2 to 8, and they bloom mid-spring, and they prefer full sun to partial shade. So it seems like the requirements are the same for the tulips. I love this combination. This one I planted in my garden last year. I just love the yellows, pink, oranges in there. Beautiful combo. And once again, there's 30 bulbs in there for $14.99. And friends, look at this. This is an Oxford Elite, 6 bulbs for $4.98. This is my color palette. This yellow with the orangey, that is just me. And these will get 20 to 24 inches. They're hardy from zones 2 to 8. They bloom mid-spring and they prefer full sun to partial shade. You only get 6 in the bag for $4.98. I'm thinking because it's probably just a special one. And here we have the Mystic Tulip, 6 bulbs in here for $4.98. This is a beautiful baby light pink. Once again, great as cut flowers. And this will get 18 to 20 inches tall, hardy from zones 2 to 8, and it bloom mid-spring. And it prefers full sun to partial shade. Alrighty, and friends, look at this combo. So if this is your palette passion fruit mix, look at this, container friendly, 30 bulbs in here for $14.98. If you like that popping yellow with the 2 shades of purple, this is for you. And this will get 12 to 14 inches tall, and it's hardy from zones 2 to 8, and it blooms midsummer. And I know the bags say plant them 5 inches deep. I will just go 6 inches deep with these tulips because the bulbs are really big. The bulbs are looking pretty healthy in the bag. And here's another combo. This is violet mix, great cut flowers and container friendly. 30 bulbs in the pack for $14.98. So if you like your purple, this is for you. And look at these 2 combination, friends. Yes, I will get these 2 if you like purple and mix them around your garden. Beautiful. And they will get 18 to 20 inches tall, hardy from zones 2 to 8. And they bloom mid-spring. And what I would do, friends, if you're looking for bulbs, try to find bulbs that blooms different type in spring. Early spring bloomers, mid-spring bloomers, late spring, early summer, so that way you consistently have color in your garden until you're ready to get your annuals or your perennials starting to give you color in the garden. So keep that in mind when you're shopping for your bulbs. And friends, look at this one, spring color mix. I fell in love, and I think it's the orange I fell in love with in here. The orange and the yellow, it's so pretty. I just love that combo. And these will get 18 to 20 inches tall, and they're hardy from zones 2 to 3, and they bloom mid-spring. Yes, I'm telling you, I was in love with this one. And I know it's going to be hard for you to believe, but I did not pick up any of these. I'm thinking about it, but I'll share my bulb order with you. I have some bulbs I ordered from Tulip World, and I'm keeping my eye on all the grocery store. They do have great bulbs at great prices. So I keep checking out the store to see if they have any new arrivals yet, but as soon as they do, I'll share that with you if you have an Aldi grocery store in your area. Anyway, so here we have an Alliums, 6 balls for $4.98. This is a steal because Alliums could be expensive, and this looks like the fancy one. So this will bloom early summer. It will get 16 to 20 inches tall, and the depth for this is 8 inches. Yes, that's pretty deep, and it's hardy from zones 5 through 8. So if you see this allium, friends, pick it up. This is very unusual to find. Alrighty, and here's the Purple Sensation. I feel like the Purple Sensation is a common allium to me from just my experience. Here you have 18 in the bag for $14.98, but I was confused. I thought this was the pink one, and it was not because the tag says purple, but it looks pink. So this will get 28 to 32 inches tall. They're hardy from zones 2 to 10, and they bloom late summer. That's what I'm saying to you. Pick up different bulbs that bloom different times throughout spring and summer. Do you see the difference there, the pink and the purple? But it says it's purple, so we'll go with that. Alrighty, friends, let's go down here and see if they have any that we did not see at the other Lowe's location. I think I covered all of them. But anyway, friends, get out to your garden center and see what you can find. And guess what? Home Depot, they have their fall bulbs already. I'm working on editing that video so I can share with you what they have. But thank you so much for watching. And let me know which bulb you'll be getting. And take care of yourself and happy fall planting. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for your support as always. Cheers.